Hello people, what's up? My name is Marukage and welcome back to Hard West. Right now we are here as a Cassandra, as much as I can remember. It's been a week or so since I played the game. And I do remember that we are trying to gather 25,000 peso as a buy into some gamble poker tournament. Yeah, poker tournament. But we are literally halfway there. So anyway, I can't actually remember what we did here. Last episode there wasn't any combat or anything like that, there was only a reading. Hopefully it's not gonna be the case now. Okay, map of a shrine. Garcia Pimentel. Huh. Let me see. Let's go. It's an optional quest, but still, you know. Matron Pulquera Adelmira Garcia Pimentel. Okay. Was of the last of the venerable Garcia Pimentel clan, which had flourished in the New World for hundreds of years. Now, the family was a shadow of its of its former glory, but the Garcia Pimentel Library remained the greatest and most complete collection of works detailing the New World and the rise of Mexico. Okay, Meme Garcia Pimentel, I don't know. Joviali greeted Lydia as Cassandra had introduced herself. Okay, and guessed she was here to see the fabled library. Cassandra nodded, hoping quietly she could find the location of the Callous Shrine amid the books. Okay, yeah, sure. The matron nodded and led them inside. They there were joined by a scrawny figure in clothes that had once been very fine, but were clearly showing their wear. Matron Garcia Pimentel said this was her son, Porfirio, and that he would be their guide to the library. Cassandra courtesed, taking a closer look at the young man. On top of a hunched, scrawny body sat a large head with a bulging lump in the middle of his forehead. Okay, his skin was mottled, something like that, and unnatural looking. He inclined, his head slightly at all times. Oh my god, it's going to be a long one. As they walked into the library, Porfirio told Cassandra about various landmarks in the area, spouting an endless stream of historical facts, interrupted only by his slight stutter. Although at first he seemed consumed by his study of history, Cassandra soon realized his trembling hands, darting eyes, and blush meant something completely different. He was attempting to court her. In another context, it might have been endearing, but she was unsettled by the cold lump she felt in her stomach. A boy got hot for her. Porfirio broke her reflections, asking whether there was anything in particular she would like to hear about. Okay. According to Porfirio, the Callous Shrine was the crown jewel of the area's historical attractions, believed to have been built long before the first Europeans set foot in the New World. It contained several painted sculptures called calicas that inexplicably bore ancient Christian symbols. Fish crosses and various three-cornered ornaments. Okay, the shrine was considered by many as the ultimate confirmation, wow, that Christianity was the world's one true religion. There had been a minor military struggle over who controlled it, with the winner doing their utmost to camouflage its position. When they met their downfall, however, its precise location was lost to history. At this last sentence, Porphyrios' deformed lips twisted in what Cassandra interpreted as an approximation, Jesus, of a smile. She guessed aloud that he knew so much she was sure he must know the location. The young man looked away shyly. When Cassandra pressed, he nodded his deformed head in confirmation. He said he would tell Cassandra the location in exchange for a kiss. What a garbage guy. A gentle kiss where a person's cheek will be. Okay. Let's go with a cheek. At the last moment, Porfirio turned his head and Cassandra found herself kissing his lips, of course. Then he grasped her head to his and forced his tongue into her mouth. Are you joking with me? Let's go with this one. He looked at her, enamored and awestruck, as Cassandra battled the urge to hold onto her breakfast. Oh yeah. He produced a detailed map of the area from a desk drawer and pointed out the exact location of the shrine. He then copied the major landmarks onto a piece of paper and gave it to her. It was more than she could have hoped for. Cassandra's heart sunk when she reached the foyer to find Hardin, unconscious on a chaise longue. Lady Garcia Pimentel explained that she had left the group alone with a bottle of brandy and returned to find him like this. She suggested that Cassandra and her friends stay the night and leave the next morning. Huh. Cassandra felt a great danger emanating from the Garcia Pimentel's house that extended far beyond kissing disfigured man. In a blink she had a vision of herself in a bridal gown that was slick with blood. She blinked and the feeling passed, leaving a painful throbbing in its place. That's about it. A joker. Good one. Open the screen, a joker. Of course, there we go, we have luck. Now, Callous Shrine. Let's go to the Callous Shrine. Ooh. I made a mistake. Cassandra and her companions arrived at a fabled Callous Shrine built into a cliffside. The pieces of masonry hanging from its entrance indicated that the river had been eating away at the land for some time and was now biting into an actual construction. Getting inside would be quite dangerous. You know what? I'm going to sell the map. Okay. Elspeth called Cassandra a false prophet and a fraud, and accused her of trying to profit from our artifact of the one true God. By her expression, however, it was clear she had seen right through him. He instantly calmed down, admitting in a low voice that he had scammed the pilgrims into funding his expedition here. He offered 8,000 for location of the shrine. Elspeth shrugged, boasting he would find some other way. Then he turned and walked away. I made a mistake, huh? Okay. After struggling with the ropes, the party entered the mouth of the moldy tunnel in complete darkness. Anyway, the floor shuddered with constant vibration, and there was a clattering sound that sounded like thousands of crustaceans skitter across stone. By the way, though, those are I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but little small crabs, basically, or something like that. They then emerged into a bigger room, where two narrow rays of light sifted in from the surface. Okay, the shrine looked ancient and distinguished. Apart from the skulls decorated with Christian symbols that lay everywhere, there must be the calicus. These must be the calicus. Uh, wow. Now, if I took the 8,000, I would have 21, and we would be only like 4 away, right? Yeah. But now I don't know how in the world am I going to be able to afford the money. I don't know anything bad to happen, you know? Simple like that. Harding protested, but Cassandra was adamant. Okay. The shrine must be left intact. He rolled his eyes at the fickleness of a woman, but turned back. As they retraced their steps up the narrow corridor, they felt as though they had done something good and righteous, which cheered the whole party. They were barely out of the tunnel when the earth beneath their feet trembled, and a large section of the cliff fell into the water. The entrance to the Callous Shrine has collapsed. It would take serious excavation to get inside. They thanked heaven for sparing their lives and left. Okay, so... disgust. Yeah. Endurance, keen eye, and the two of you don't have anything, but we do have a card, a new card, 3 new cards, okay. That's a good one. Sight, sure. Luck, okay, now. Let's give her the luck. Because this guy is already at 100 and she's at like, she was actually at 80 or 70, something like that. Anyway. Now. Maybe I can actually cure the disgust. Okay, and this guy, I don't know what he had, but still. Yeah, they don't have the disgust and whatever this guy had anymore. Okay, anyway. Where can I go now? Huh. Huh. No. Not the general store. Okay then. Gambling den, I guess. Cassandra and her companions returned to the gambling den place. Standing by the game table, Cassandra felt weight of the dice in her hand. Cash received. Cash received. Cash received. Cash received. 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 So I basically can do this until we get to 25,000, huh? Oh yeah, notifications are not even showing anymore. And they started as soon as I said that. Okay, so we're just going to roll the dice and that's about it. And we're not gonna take the gimmicky pair that we have. Well, almost 25. Wow. If it was actually this easy, I would do this from the beginning of the run, whatever. Okay, we are receiving the cash. We didn't lose a single time. Okay, triple click, do the job. I'm triple clicking right now with my triple click on my mouse. Okay. Can you hear my triple click? Probably this is the normal one, and this is the triple click. Yeah. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. Okay. So I guess that we actually do have some frame drop issues, huh? Although I didn't change a single option in the OBS. Wow, amazing, honestly. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Oh, we lost some. Okay. Cash lost. Yeah, we're losing the cash now. Barely. There we go. Now, a group of 4 men were sat at a table playing poker with a professional-like silence. Cassandra had a feeling they were practicing ahead of the La Fortuna Soiri, whatever. Cassandra put on a heavy accent and introduced herself as Lydia Morozov. The 4 men were Noyan Tokgozoglu, a weapons manufacturer, Dr. Fabian Fay, MD, Silvestre Aleman, a sawmill owner, and Pedro Ramirez. Okay. An oil broker. Cassandra asked to join. The man said she was welcome if she had something to gamble. Well now. Cassandra joked about the priceless of her distinguished company. Yeah, later.
Now that Cassandra had the necessary 25,000 pesos, she was ready to conquer La Fortuna's grand tournament.
Let's go. Oh, 18 minutes. Cassandra and her companions arrived at the building where the poker soiree was to be held. The imposing building was made entirely out of cast iron and glass, a feat unparalleled in Mexico. Dude, the cash lost and received is still going. Okay, they had some time to kill before the game started. Cassandra wandered on the floor and said, sure. The room was filled with players from all corners of the land, tense with anticipation of the conflict to come. Finally, the cashier booth opened and players began to fork over the cash necessary to register. There was still time for Cassandra to mingle with the guests. The soiree was first and foremost a social pageant, where the rich and the famous could show off their opulence to their peers and rubbed their success in the faces of their competitors. Though everyone appeared friendly on the surface, the competitive tension in the hall was palpable. Okay then. Huh. A corpulent, sweaty man in a tall hat was arguing with his wife. She said she would again lose their fortune, all the while he assured her that he had been working on his gambling skills. Yeah, this seems to enrage her further, and she launched into a tally of his various tells, while he denied all. Okay. Now, we are going. Cassandra was just submitted her 25,000 pesos when a slender Hispanic man in an impeccable tailcoat and top hat approached her with a grin. Cassandra guessed this must be Ricardo La Fortuna. As if reading her mind, he bowed and placed a gallant kiss on her gloved hand. La Fortuna presented himself and asked for Cassandra's name. She treated him to her Russian allies, Lydia Morozov. La Fortuna bowed lower still and wished Lydia good luck in the upcoming game. The first round of the game had 20 constantly divided among 4 tables. Cassandra saw she had been placed with the corpulent man from whom she had seen arguing with his wife. She was complained. The 2 winners from each table would meet at the second round, with the grand champion of the gala and the owner of a rare piece of jewelry being yeah. Cassandra sent out 2 candidates for elimination. Defeat them using her acute gambling skills. She was left with 2 adversaries. She knew one of their tells. Yeah, okay. Cassandra was left with her final adversary. For this round of the game, she played looking for an opening until her adversary made an unexpected move, significantly raising the ante. He was either bluffing or had a great hand. The flash of a splitting headache was sweetened by the realization Cassandra would win this hand. She raised her adversary with confidence and grabbed the whole pot. The croupier congratulated Cassandra and told her he would transfer the chips to the main table for the final round. There was an hour break between rounds 1 and 2. The tournament was in full swing. The losing tears were dry, but cheered for senoritas and gallons of alcohol while the winner loaded and prayed. Oh man, Cassandra felt exhausted after the first round and decided I'm just kidding. Anyway, one of the fathers discreetly retrained from the room. Cassandra followed him. Let's try this one. As they left the party atmosphere of the crowd, the gambler paced, crossing the steel and glass corridors of the place with unusual haste. Then, when he entered the hotel wing, he disappeared. Cassandra looked helplessly around the walls of the hotel. There were 2 rows of identical doors, one on each wall of the hall. One, she noticed, had light sifting from underneath it. As she approached it, she saw that it had been left slightly ajar. Sorry, he had a burp. She peered through the opening and, to her surprise, saw the man injecting himself something from a syringe. Wow. The gambler lay on the bed. Obviously, to everything around him, he was in full rapture of a morphine shot. Huh. I don't know, I don't want her to kill him, but anyway. Turning onto another of the palace corridors, Cassandra was confronted by a tall man standing in her way. Uh-oh. His gun trained at her heart, Cassandra knew in an instant it was Joaquin Perez, her pursuer, her tormentor, her personal agent of fate. Perez called her a traitor witch, and exclaimed that he dearly wished to see her hang by her worthless neck. Still, he said, stalling any longer would put his holy mission in jeopardy. Okay, we are all born who we are, she continued. Impugning whatever, and one for being true to his or herself did as much good as pissing in the wind. Perez laughed. Cassandra's crimes clearly showed her soul was evil. Huh. Corrupted by Satan. A virtuous woman would not go around cheating people, telling lies, stealing property, and butchering the innocent. Wow. The Inquisitor had seen through her deceptions and justly ordered she be punished for her wicked deeds. Perez blinked with surprise. It seems Cassandra's words had unexpectedly rung true. Then he convulsed involuntarily, shedding sparks and white cracks of lightning before falling to the ground, unconscious. A trio of neatly clad gentlemen led by Andrew Harding emerged from the shadows. One of them was holding some sort of electric device that was emitting a puff of smoke. Dude, these words, I can't. Harding said they were the protectors. Oh, protectors, man! They had been hunting for the persons. They had been hunting for Perez ever since the fiasco on Isla Cholocoyan. The men tipped their hats to Cassandra, then carried the limp body away. Okay, the middle-aged gentleman. Yeah, sure, okay. She returned to the man gaze and smiled back. He approached and presented himself as Jim Wall. He congratulated her on the victory. Seeing the question of her making her eyes, he laughed and suspicious. He too was in the finals. Oh, he allowed that Cassandra reminded him of his own younger self, and that he would be delighted to test his skill against hers in the upcoming game. Let's go. Finally, the player set out to follow the Fortuna poker tournament. Along with Cassandra, there were 3 other men, Jim Wall and 2 others she did not recognize. The stakes in the final game were higher, as was the skill of the participant. As the game progressed, Cassandra chips up with Huh. She could try to take out Dr. Fabian's Faye, whose stash was smallest. Mr. Rossetti seemed stable. Jim Wall's skill seemed unmatchable. Let's go to the gym first. Directly. Jim Wall was a true master of the gambling table. Smart, funny, and courteous. He was impenetrable to conventional scrutiny. If Cassandra wanted to defeat him, she would need to use her unique ability. Oh. Seeing through Cassandra's bluffs, reading her reactions with near divine brilliance, making a betting mistake, went to hit her last chip. Wow. I honestly don't even want to read. It's been half an hour of reading. Second episode in a row. Determined he had finished and Cassandra did not win, Ricardo La Fortuna congratulated on the excellent game. and the two chatted for a while. Though La Fortuna had other business to attend to, he invited Cassandra to visit him at his residence, whether she liked. Okay. Okay. Well, delighted, he ordered drinks, as he told Cassandra. By the way, read on yourself, I don't even care anymore. About his younger years with a refreshing bluntness. Whoa, he had run away from home with a younger blah 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 blah. Wanted to leave the country. Sense. Okay. Okay. He looked at her wistfully. He told her that he saw his younger self in Cassandra. 52nd time. She had inspired him to take his guns off the hook and go looking for trouble again. If there was one person he would love to ride with, it was her. Huh. Huh. Yeah, sure. Let Paco go away. Okay. That's it. I'm gonna end it right now. It's been 30, almost 2 minutes, and I'm losing my mind. Anyway, hopefully in the next episode we will actually have some combat. But for now, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a rating, either like or dislike, and help me so much. Leave a comment down section below. Subscribe for more videos like this, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.